What's up, everybody? Z3 here to give you guys a chapter review. I'm gonna be reviewing Toriyama's new series, Jinga Patrol Jaco, known in English as Jaco The Galactic Patrolman. Okay, you guys knew I had to do this. It's Toriyama, man. Come on, like you guys knew this was coming from me, okay? And like I said, it released a while back, and I should have done a review right then and there, but for whatever reason, I didn't. But yeah, I'm here to do the chapter one review for you guys. So I'll do my best. Okay. Basically, the chapter starts off with Jaco going through space, and uh, page two I thought was hilarious because the dude just randomly knocks into the moon. You know, that's just classic Toriyama humor at that point. Um, One thing I will say over here though is that was the funniest moment to me in the entire chapter. So that was sort of a letdown for me for this chapter. Okay. Um, Page three was classic Toriyama art. That bird. I mean, I just love Toriyama's art. It just looks so fresh and I don't know the word that I'm looking for. It looks so right. You know what I mean? And that bird is just pure like it's just that's classic art for him. I guess one thing I could say about his art is that it's very dictated by line, not so much by by shape. Like what I mean is things with a lot of detail. So things like machines, like nuts, gears, bolts, that sort of thing, or clothing, like armor, or the Supreme Kai's outfits. You know, just like a lot of design on that, or the World Tournament gates. You know, the one with the little monster on the side and stuff. You know, a lot of line and stuff over there. That's what his art is usually dictated by. If that makes sense, a lot of lines, a lot of lines. Frieza's legs would be another example. You know, lines across it, things like that. That's enough about lines in art. But page four, again, it's classic Toriyama at work. Again, if you guys don't know, usually in all his mangas, he's introduced the main character or whoever it is. He's always started off his manga with some sort of character, if it's not the main character, doing some sort of everyday routine. For Goku, it was him fishing, or him going, even though it's not every day, it was him trying to do an everyday activity, you know, trying to go fishing, trying to find dinner, pretty much. So fishing for him. With Sandland, it was the whole them through the desert, you know, that was another thing. Um, in the case of Nico Majin Z, it was Nico Majin just riding around on a bicycle. And pretty much this is how it starts off over here, with an old man who is just watering his plants, praying at a grave, and just brings the stuff back to the house, and watching TV, reading the newspaper, and whatever. And we sort of get the vibe that this guy is a pessimistic old man, okay? And then all of a sudden, this pessimistic old man goes out at night and sees something crash into the sea, and then he says that there's some sort of shark or something that's going to eat the shit out of it. But then we see this guy named Jaco who nonchalantly just pushing the ship through the water. And I love those panels because you just see the old man just staring at him. He's just he doesn't know what's going on. So I thought that was pretty funny too. He just nonchalantly just pushes the ship onto the land, and only then do they take notice of one another. I thought that was pretty funny. And then of course, you know, we got the cliche Ginyu Force / Great Saiyaman poses. I mean, people would expect me to find this like really funny. It's kind of funny to me, I guess. Like I said, Toriyama's humor is a little outdated, so I thought it was alright. And basically, the plot over here is that Jaco has a broken spaceship, and he's gonna get this old man who we finally learn the name of is Amori to fix it for him. Uh, Page 21, you know, it's some more humor going on at work where Jaco repeats himself as the peacekeeper of the galaxy, and that sort of emitted a chuckle from me. Page 22, you know, the explanation for why he crashed. Basically, he crashed into the moon because he was watching shows. I thought that was fucking like retarded, and but hilarious. Like I said, funniest moment in the chapter for me. Uh, Page 24. Another funny moment was that basically he's taken all the the information on Earth, like the languages, the culture, and stored it all into his head. And yet he didn't put the info on ship repair into his head, which I thought was pretty funny too. Page 25 was another classic Toriyama trope coming back into play. Specifically, if you guys talk about DBZ and Chrono Trigger, and if you guys think about that, then you guys know what I'm talking about. Yes, time travel. You know, that's along with dragons, wildlife, that sort of thing. Time travel has always been pretty much a staple in some of Toriyama's works. Does pretty good with it. Page 26 is when we finally learn Omori's name. And I find the remark on how he said that when we learned that the guy's name is the alien's name is Jaco, how Omori says that it's funny how a dog had the same name as Jaco. You know, that was pretty random and but pretty funny. Page 29 though is when Jaco goes out to sea to defeat the shark that terrorizes, I guess, the surrounding waters. He uses the very, if you guys don't know, if you guys watch a lot of DBZ, you guys will remember there's a lot of people in DBZ who use like a double-fisted attack and just bring the shit down. Like they're holding a sword. It's almost like they're holding like an invisible sword, and they're trying to like slash something. But over here, he uses the fists, and that's always been I've loved that move in Toriyama. I mean, Super Saiyan 3 Goku has used it a lot. Vegeta was another one in the 12th movie, and Jaku uses the same move over here. So that was pretty cool to see. Page 30 was something also a little funny, where Jaco says, when he wakes up in the morning after he's defeated the shark, saying that I slept for 30 minutes, ran around the island, read, and sang the Patrolman theme song. I'm just like, what the fuck? I thought that was hilarious. Page 32, I saw a building that reminds me of Capsule Corp. We finally learned that Umori was a scientist who lived on this island with his wife. And due to an error made by his assistant, he lost his wife, and we learned that the grave actually belongs to that of his wife. It was something to do with the gases or something. And then page 33, this might have flown over some people's heads, but there was there was a panel on page 33 where Jaco looks at something and goes like, "Hey, what's that?" And then Amori just looks at him just like it's sea lice, and that's how the page ends. I thought that Toriyama puts panels like those into his chapters, and I thought that was pretty funny for him to do, pretty random, like just like like that's the sort of reaction you'd get from it. And page 34, we get something about aliens invading, and Jaco will fight them. There's also a random cat on the panel. If you guys go back on page 34, you guys can check that out. It's just hilarious. It's just like yawning and stuff. But yeah, the aliens invading. Vegeta and Nappa, Mecha Frieza, uh, Bobby and Bobby, sort of, in some way. Okay? Page 35 is him trying to be cool with the poses, which I thought was funny because he felt that the exposition was not interesting enough, so I thought that was hilarious. That was pretty good. And then the last couple of pages deals with Jaco having something called a bomb, and he'll use this to eradicate all humans if they get on his bad side. And Omori, like I said, he's pessimistic. He doesn't really trust the human race, the government, things like that. And then and then when he learns about the bomb, he goes like, "Hey, there's good humans too, you know." And that was all right, I guess. And then the chapter ends with Jaco, just trying to poke at a crab, just trying to be like a child, pretty much, which I thought was hilarious. And that's pretty much the end of the chapter. Um, just a couple of comments I will say. The art isn't as sharp as it was in either Doctor Slump and DBZ. Sort of reminds me more of Nico Majin, if you guys have read that. Um, I was hoping it would be more like Sandland, because I thought that would be a little more modern for today's manga, but I guess he decided to go with the Nico Majin art style, which I said it's not bad. It's just that I prefer like DBZ and Sandland, that sort of art style. The aliens are just like the Saiyans. Humor, like I said, could be a little outdated for some of you guys, so maybe it's not as funny to some of you people as much as other old people, I guess I can say. And just trying to propose this idea. I don't know, considering like Shonen Jump, they're trying to get rid of the battle manga. I don't know if this sort of idea, if somebody else would have attempted this idea, I'm not sure if it would have gone through into Shonen Jump. But since it is Toriyama-san, they respect him. I guess they decide to do it for whatever. Like I said, I don't expect a long series. I expect a very short series, 10 chapters, maybe 20 to 30. Highly doubt it though. I expect something like Sandland or Nico Majin Z, like I said. Um, is there anything else I should say? I guess a rating. It was aight. It was good. It was aight. Not great. Uh, Not fantastic. Not even excellent. It was aight. It was good. It was good. It was a fun read. That's pretty much what I can say about the chapter. And with that being said, that's my Jaco the Galactic Patrolman Chapter 1 review. Uh, so yeah, I will see you guys later for my I guess I can say videos that I'm going to be coming out with. Um, if you guys haven't heard already, I'll be doing a DBZ stream on Friday, July. What is it? It's the 14th on Sunday. So 15th Monday, 16th Tuesday, 17th, the 19th. So July 19th, 2013. A DBZ stream going on at night, evening slash night, should I say? Okay. DBZ stream. Be on the lookout for that. I'm rewatching Kenshin right now, and I'm loving the Kyoto arc. I'll definitely be doing a video on that. Um, and I remember there were some topics that I promised you like a while back, and people were so excited, and I just sort of faded off. Bringing those back. But some of those DBZ ones will be addressed in the stream. Um, the pros and cons of Cowboy Bebop, which is tied with Yu Yu Hakusho, is my second favorite anime. Uh, that series will be coming back. I'll also be talking about Meriem, why I consider him one of, if not the best shonen villain of all time. So that's also something to look forward to. And that's pretty much my review, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I gave you guys some future videos. Hope you guys are excited for that, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.